4 area teams in title games in Madison. And we start with the steamroller, the hammer to the opposing team's nails, the Kimberly Papermakers. Jude, in Division I, they won the D2 title last year. They get Arrowhead, the defending D1 state champs, in Austin Weinberg here to Jake Johnson. 20 yards scored just like that, 20-0, Jude, and this game got out of hand quickly.
Yeah, that's something Kimberly has done to a lot of teams this season.
This is Evan Dukesy at 100 yards rushing. Nice job reeling in the pass from Weinberg. Would set up Blair Mulholland. My goodness, what a game for him.
I think we might see Blair a little bit later on in the show as well. What a great game for the running back from Kimberly.
Pair of touchdowns over 150 yards. Defense as well. How about Colin Tetzner? Climbs the ladder for the pick in the end zone. That was 1st and goal for Arrowhead, but let's be honest, Kimberly was never really in jeopardy. 31-6 your final, their 4th state title in team history. Prep expert Doug Ritchie in Madison catching up with title-winning Steve Jones.
Steve, Arrowhead, Kimberly, a lot of people are talking about how big a game this was going to be. Your kids came in. How important was it to get that fast start that your kids got?
We preach it every week. You know, we talk a lot about starting fast and finishing strong. And, you know, our kids, I think, came in really confident. They had a great week of practice, even considering the weather. And they were well prepared by our coaching staff. And when all that stuff happens, then you can play fast and you can play physical. And I think we did that in the get-go.
28 straight wins. The last loss was Arrowhead. What's this feel like 2 years in a row? D2 last year, D1 this year.
It's unbelievable because, you know, you just think about the kids and the hard work they put in and the goals that they set, and you're able to hold that, you know, hand that gold ball off to them, and there's some tears in the eyes of some of those kids. It's not a better feeling. You're just so happy for them.
You know, it's the first area team since 2000, Oshkosh North did it, to win the largest division in Wisconsin, Jude, and that's an accomplishment.
Yeah, and this Kimberly team, I've been covering high school football for about 10 years, probably the best high school team I've seen in my time covering high school football.
And they really weren't challenged all year long. I mean, you look for the adversity there. They're just so good. Offense, defense, running, throwing, just so good.
Well, the thing that always got me was kids would go down against Appleton North,
yeah,
a very good Appleton North team. They were down to their 3rd string quarterback, and it was still a blowout.
And they're losing running backs. They got Mulholland and Dukes. And this is a good team next year as well. Kimberly, what more can you say about these guys?
Yeah, they're going to be a pain for teams to play for years to come, I have a feeling.
Whether they're in Division I or Division II, we'll have to see. Well, a team without the Kimberly experience at state was in Division II. That was Menasha playing today, taking on Waukesha West down at Camp Randall. Menasha, the Blue Jays, were seeking their 1st team title in any sport since 1953. A lot of Blue Jays down at Camp Randall, and Tyler Johnson. This run got down to the 1-yard line, Jude, but this guy was everywhere.
Ooh. Cameraman got taken out of the process.
He got the worst end of that one. That would lead to a Tyler Johnson touchdown run. This was a Tyler Johnson touchdown run. That was a 39-yarder, big speed. Then the defense here on a 4th down. We've been watching this team all year long, Jude. Menasha, they make the big plays when it counts.
Yeah, and it was interesting. Regular season, they had a lot of blowouts during the playoffs. Close games all the way through, and it seemed to show up today in the state title game.
That was Kevin Medrano with the long touchdown reception. Tyler Johnson, the quarterback, Jude, 151 yards rushing and 3 touchdowns. And Menasha, 1st ever trip to state, 1st gold ball for the Blue Jays. Congratulations. They win it 35-17. We go back to Camp Randall. Prep expert Doug Ritchie with Jeremy Korth, state champ from Menasha.
2 words, unfinished business. I guess you finished. This has been the season goal, and can you put it into words right now what it's like?
Yeah, it's pretty amazing when a team sets that out in front of themselves, unfinished business, and they're able to actually come through and do this. It's pretty amazing, but great group of seniors with great leaders.
Final thing, also Tyler Johnson, just play after play. They know he's getting the ball. He makes plays. Just talk about what he's meant to your team all year.
Tyler Johnson. He's not our football team, but he's exactly what you want every high school athlete to be. Smart, you know, and just a great kid, works hard in school, on the field, and what a tremendous athlete. And I couldn't be more proud of him today. We are going to miss him, but boy, it's been a great run with him because he is just a great athlete and great quarterback.
Saw Menasha a little earlier claiming a title in their 1st ever trip to state. Same kind of situation for Little Chute. This was the scene at the 5th quarter bar, cheering on the Mustangs during their state championship game Thursday evening. Jude Wilbers was at Camp Randall for that game and has more.
Yeah, Justin, the Little Chute Mustangs used a 7-game winning streak to make their 1st ever state title game appearance. That's where they would take on undefeated and top-ranked Somerset. It was definitely a chilly evening, but that wouldn't keep the Mustang fans from making noise. They've been waiting their whole life for this one. Somerset controlled the ball on the ground. That was kind of the story of the game. They more than doubled up Little Chute on time of possession. Max Prashok, you saw him there with the Spartans, an all-division record, 46 carries in the game. Little Chute answered, taking up yards through the air. Sam Merrifield threw for almost 300 yards, 2 touchdowns, but a pair of interceptions and an inability to get off the field on defense ended the game with a 28-16 loss. The Mustangs, though, still proud to bring home that silver ball.
So first time in Little Chute history. It means a lot to those guys that played, but how about the kids that are coming up? So for them to see success like this down the road, this is great for the program. This senior class and this group of guys, this 2014 team, really set the tone for this program for years to come.
Yeah, it's definitely an honor to have played here my senior year. That's something that I'll never forget. I'll always have that.
Incredibly proud. We've never gotten to this point in our program, and that just shows that we're the real deal. I mean, we've worked hard to get to this point, and really just couldn't be prouder for them.
And Little Chute in this 2014 season finished 11-3, a couple of big comeback wins in level 3 and 4, and this is a team that set a new precedent for this program throughout the season.
Yeah, finished third in the Eastern Valley Conference behind Freedom and Xavier, 2 very good teams. So easy to overlook as they headed into the playoffs. But like you said, Jude, they overcame 2 late game big deficits. Right. So maybe it stings now, but I think these guys are going to look back on this down the road, be really proud, and they should be.
Yeah, and this is still something, despite not getting that gold ball, you still got a silver, and that's better than any team has ever done in program history. As their coach stressed in the post-game talk, the little kids look up to them, and maybe that'll be the next generation of Mustangs. They'll be the ones to bring home that gold ball.
Well, a Little Chute, they're the relative newcomer to the party in Madison. St. Mary Springs, anything but. They are veterans with Bob Hyland, the Ledgers making their 8th WIAA state title appearance just in the last 12 seasons, Jude.
Yeah, Bob Hyland, don't forget, he's the winningest football coach in Wisconsin high school history. Picked up state title number 13 on Saturday. Wasn't an easy game, though. They faced a Darlington squad that ended their 2013 season with a level 4 loss. The Ledgers sprint out to a 21-0 first half lead, even using a little trickeration with a little hook and ladder play.
Love that.
Always love to see him pull something like that out, but Darlington got a couple turnovers. They scored 21 points in 1:45 of game clock. The Springs coaches not happy on the sideline.
No, and they shouldn't be. They had the lead. They felt good, but you know what? They faced some adversity. They were able to hang on.
Yeah, they actually trailed in the second half. 3 Zach Hens field goals, including a 49er, which ties the state record for all divisions.
It was cold.
Coach Hyland was telling me a couple weeks ago he actually broke a football out kicking in the cold. He actually punctured the football. Well, the Ledgers, they pulled out the 37-28 victory. They sealed it with that touchdown reception there. Now, Coach Hyland said this wasn't the most talented state title team he's had, but it might have been the grittiest.
I honestly couldn't draw up a better way to win state. This is just the best. I mean, my head is just spinning. This is just the best day. I mean, it was just great to get ours. It was just our turn, you know. I mean, this is everything we've been working so hard for.
Well, we were always picked as the underdogs, and I think since we're a smaller, faster team, and all the teams were bigger than us, but we came out and we were a very smart team, and we just showed them what we had.
We don't have the kind of size they have, but we have a lot of heart. We didn't make many errors, and consequently, we got the gold ball. They don't.
As we talked about Springs' 2014 season, perfect 14-0 Division 6 state champs, 13 state titles between WISA and WIAA under Bob Hyland.